Hello, welcome to For This Reason. I'm your host, Koran Lategra. It is Friday. Woohoo! It's the 20th of June, and I think the day is the first day of summer, I think. I don't know, but I think it is. Well, according to the weather, it is kind of hot outside, so I'm assuming today is the first day of summer.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. And also, I have another channel called Power and Pounders Music Channel. And you can go to that. I'll put the link in the description area. You could check out that. I got some music interviews and stuff like that. It's been a while since I've been on. You guys are probably going, man, where's he at? But I'm back, especially for this channel. I haven't done anything on this channel in a while since I would say probably, wow, I don't know when the last time I did anything on this channel, but I'm back. And so hope everyone's doing well. Lots going on in the world. And we hope you guys are doing well. Keep everything in prayer. And God's good. He's in control. Well, my next guest today, I'm very excited about this person, this guest right here. I've known him for a couple of years. He's a very good friend of mine. And I've asked her to come on to For This Reason and to share her testimony. And she, after about what, 2 years, she
Yeah.
finally
Years.
agreed to do it. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be nervous." I'm like, "No, just share your heart." So I want to welcome Maribell to For This Reason. Hey, Maribell, how you doing?
Hi, Corey. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Thank you.
it's been almost 2 years
Mhm.
now since since I actually saw,
Yes.
and I reached out to you last week,
Mhm.
a couple of weeks ago, to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
you want
Mhm.
to come on and share your testimony?" And so I'm grateful that you had the time to, busy schedule with family and all, that you had the time to come on and do this.
Yeah. Well, I always try to make time for whatever it is that God want me to do. God is first. Yeah.
Yeah,
I always put everything on the side and God first because
awesome.
that's it. That's how you have to be.
Yeah, yeah. So, when I reached out to you, I wanted you to share your testimony and how you became a believer and how did that all happen? When did that happen? So just share a little bit about your story. How did you become a Christian and what was it about God that just changed your life and it just clicked?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I became Christian since 2018. I was like 7 years already ago. 7 years
Okay.
ago, and first, well, I was going through some kind of hard time, like everybody, and I was fainting a lot. So I was fainting a lot, like for 2 years, and I went to doctor, and they don't find anything. I do exams, and they don't find anything. So those 2 years, it was really hard because I fainting everywhere I go. Everywhere where I go, I just like in a minute I just faint, and the doctors don't find anything on me. And I always asking my family, they asking why, how that happened, and the doctors don't find anything. So for 2 years I was uh, like that, fainting. I even got my suspend my driver license because I can't drive, and I stopped working because that, and so yeah, it take too long. And my sister, I have one sister that she's always been with me and supporting me a lot. So she always was trying to take care of me and find a way to know what's happening on me. And so one day she decided to call my sisters in Mexico to asking them if they know how can she do to help me,
Hmm.
because from the nowhere I just faint a lot. So yeah, so one day, like normal day, she called my sister and she asked them, oh, she don't know what to do anymore because doctors don't find anything, and she looked different ways, and nothing, even like natural stuff, and nothing, nothing helped me to recover my health. So that day, they give to my sister a number from one person. Those persons that do like not like witchcraft, but
Oh,
something like that.
yeah,
To
sorcery,
help,
like palm readers and all that stuff.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my sister, in Mexico, a lot of people believe a lot in those stuff
Okay.
to cure people,
Yeah.
And so my sister got the number from one guy that he's supposed to do all those stuff and help others people that they were sick, and he worked with them and everything go well. So my sister called that number, and then she explained to the guy, oh, what was happening with me, right? And he say, oh, don't worry, yeah, I can help you, I can help to cure your sister, she's gonna be fine. And then she asking him how that's gonna be, because I'm here in USA and the person is in Mexico. So he said, oh, don't worry, I can do everything in here, and she's gonna be fine. So when he asked her to give me the phone, so he wanna talk to me. So he started talking to me, and he started saying that my sister can explain him already what's happening to me. And then he asked me what symptoms you've been having, and I and before I start telling him what I was feeling, he started telling me. He say, "Oh, you've been feeling like kind of have headaches, and start just fainting from the nowhere."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Yeah." And then he said, "Yeah, and you've been having hard time to sleep, and you've been having like more things, And then I say, yeah. And then he say, yeah, I know why. I know. He say, you've been having how to say like someone do something to me, like
Okay.
somebody do like bad work on me.
Yeah. Like
So
a
he said that's why I was like that, and doctors don't find anything because this is like a spiritual.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Um,
Like demon possessed, the demon attack.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. And then uh, and then I start laughing because I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
So I start laughing and I say no, and I look at my sister and I say no, that's not, that's not true. And then he say, yeah, but I'm gonna help you, don't worry. And then when he start saying that he's gonna help me, I start laughing and laughing like a lot, like to start like don't control myself. And
Yeah.
then and then I start like not me. It was like something in me, like
Yeah.
laughing bad and doing like bad, like like I got possessed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then my sister start like she see me, and then she got scared, she don't know what to do. So she asked the guy like what's happening. I can't control her. She start like laughing and moving like really bad, like strange. And then the guy said, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna send my angels to save her, she's gonna be okay. And then she's like, yeah, but how, she's doing worse and worse. And then the guy hang off, and then my sisters like start like getting scared, and she don't know what to do because I was like really possessed, like I was doing like moving like bad and
Yeah.
laughing and screaming, like yeah, like those movies, on the horror movies,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. And myself, like, I don't know nothing in myself. It's just like something take over me. So in that moment I was like just lost myself. So my sister told me everything that was happening later on. So that day we don't know nothing about like Christian church or somebody that can like do those things. How you go when the person come and try to take those
Oh,
demons out,
yeah, casting out demons and all that
like
kind of stuff.
like something like that.
Yeah,
Like we
like
don't
a
know nothing.
think that like deliverance ministries. Those.
Deliver, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't know. My sister don't know, and she was like, even like crying because she don't know what to do. I was doing really bad, and that day my brother-in-law was there. He was and that time he was just a boyfriend of my sister. So that day he went to visit my sister, and then he saw all the stuff, and he remembered that his mom have know a friend that was a Christian.
Mhm.
So and then he said, you know what? He told my sister, I'm gonna call my mom so he she can call this person, and so they can come and pray for her, or help us, to do something.
Uh-uh.
So yeah, my brother Christian person come to my house, and then they come other three person more to
Mhm.
pray for me. So and then that day it was the longest day that I ever have in my life.
Wow.
That is, I feel like never gonna end. And yeah, so they come, they start praying for me, and then these people was one couple that they were pastor,
Mhm.
and then they bring the oil, and they start praying, they start like putting me oil to to delivering me from whatever is on me,
Yeah.
it was on me. And yeah, and then nothing, it looked like it get worse. Yeah, the more they pray, it get worse,
Yeah.
and in my
Because
in myself it was that thing in me, it
yeah,
was making me worse.
because it was a spiritual
Hmm.
battle. That's why.
And
That's
then
what was going on.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then they couldn't help me, and then those people call another church, another people from another church to come, to come and help to pray, and to everybody pray. So the thing is that they from like three different church, people come to pray for me.
Wow.
And then nothing helped me, and then they put oil on me, they
Yeah.
pray like for hours and hours, nothing, and whatever it was on me, it doesn't go away. So
Mhm.
it got worse and worse. I was moving so bad that they even like it was hard for them to hold my hands, my feet, because I was like really like possessed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then after that it was another couple that I know from the job that I used to have before.
Mhm.
And my sister remembered that they were Christian too, so she called them, and then they right away come to my house. And those people, they were old already, they kind of old, and they come, and then they start praying, but instead of they pray like some church that they do, like I don't know how to say, like trying to do a war.
Mhm.
This person come, and she hold my hand, and she just start praying like in silence, and trying to show me so much love.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then she start praying with so much love on me, that all those things that were inside me, they go away like
Oh,
that, like without hurting me.
yeah, yeah.
Because when I was on that process, I was getting hurt a lot inside,
Okay.
inside, and they hurt so bad. So yeah, when this couple come, they don't do anything like a word, like a spiritual word, like praying loud
Yeah, yeah.
and revoking anything. So she just like showing me love, and she just keeps saying everything's gonna be okay. God is here. He's with you, and but before they come, I already accept Jesus Christ in my life, because
Okay.
the first people that come to my house, they was asking me to say the prayer, to accept Christ in my life, in my heart, and as like my savior. And then with everything, I was like, I do that, and then I accept that, but it's like it doesn't help me. So until this couple come, and they just pray like that for me. And so that day, uh, I accept Jesus Christ in my life. He saved me from that position,
Yeah,
but with love, you know,
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
love. He that day, he I think he showed to those person that sometimes you don't need to be so aggressive, to with your prayers
Mm,
or to people, so they can get free, from whatever is inside
yeah.
the whatever the best stuff. So yeah, so that day, like around 3 a.m., I think everything stopped. Everything stopped. I accept Jesus Christ in my life, and then I decide to follow Him. And then later in the morning, one of these person on those church, they asked me, do you want to go church, so you can go there and pray and give thanks. And I said, yeah, sure. So I went to this church, and when I was there, they asked me about if I want to get baptized.
Okay.
So I said, sure,
Oh,
I'm ready to. Yeah, if that's what God wanted me to do, I would do whatever God asking me, because what He doing that day,
yeah, yeah,
He saved me. It's just nothing that I do will be more than what He do to me.
yeah,
So yeah, that day I say, yeah, yeah, I'm sure I want to get baptized. And they say, oh, but do you need to do like a Bible study or something first, so to understand, about the baptism on Jesus
yeah,
and
yeah,
all the stuff. So that the answer was, I don't need to know anything. I all I know is I'm gonna do it because I accept God,
yeah,
because He saved me. So whatever He asked me to do, I will do it. Even if I don't get the study for what I'm gonna get baptized. I know that I'm doing it because I'm thanks to God for what He do in my life.
yeah.
So yeah, that day after 3 days, I get baptized in that church, in one of those church, and then I start going to church, but and then things happening again to me.
Mm,
So first when I get baptized, after I get baptized, it's like something in me changed, and something in my eyes got open, you
mm,
know. And then from after the day that I get baptized, I start seeing like spiritual stuff,
mm,
like I start seeing like spirits and a lot of bad stuff in people.
mm.
So I was like confused because I don't know anything. I don't read the Bible. I don't know anything about spiritual life and anything like that.
Yeah,
So after that, I started, yeah, seeing like bad stuff, and it's like I don't know how to explain, but when I stop by places that they worship other, like like other gods
Yeah.
or other
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff, I
Yeah.
see the stuff there, you know. And then I was like confused because it's like, and then I start seeing like those spirits start like following me, and like it like kind of get scare me, and then I start having again the problem that spirits coming to me, or demons coming to me. So and then I start like praying to God, because the first time I know God saved me from that.
Mhm.
So I start praying to God. We went to the church again, for the people to help me to pray, and then it was like uh days and days I have those fightings, the spiritual fightings, because
Yeah.
demons coming to me or spirits coming to me, and it was bad. I don't know how to explain, but yeah. And then I start praying, and then people from the church that I was there, they start saying that, you cannot get, you don't get free or delivering, really really, because you are sinning, and then I'm just start like asking, what is the sin that they think that is affecting me, why I'm getting like that. So they start like coming into my looking into my life, and they say, oh, because you do this, you have to change this so you can get free. And then I change this, and then things still happening, and then they come and say, no, because you sinning by doing this, and then I change again another things that they say, and nothing, and I just keep with those stuff,
Mhm.
and then they even with they come that, oh, it's because your sister, she's no married, and she's with the boyfriend, and they have to get married, that's why you cannot get well.
They trying to
So
blame
and then
all
I'm
this
like,
on your
oh,
sister. They trying to blame
yeah.
all.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
So yeah,
crazy.
so then my sister say, okay, I whatever I have to do, I do it, so she can get well, she can get healthy, and whatever it is, just to see her better, I will do whatever too,
That's
so
crazy.
she decide to get married.
Wow.
Yeah. And then yeah, and then she got married, and then we like, oh, maybe this is, and then they pray and everything, so nothing, that no help me, things come again, and it's like the spirits come and go,
Yeah. Yeah.
so because I don't know anything, I
So
just follow whatever people tell me to do, in the
yeah, yeah,
church,
yeah,
because all I know it's, yeah, because all I know, the people in the church is the people that they should know what to do,
yeah,
and I was just following whatever they say. Don't do this, don't do that, and this is gonna help, because God don't like this, God don't like that. So stop doing this, stop doing that. So wherever they say, I do it,
so
because all
they
I want to, all I want.
no, I was gonna say they were putting rules on you, like don't do this, don't do that. They were
Yeah.
did did somebody
Yeah.
come to you? Did somebody come to you and ask, like, you need to read the Bible, you need to, have somebody that you could be accountable to, somebody that can, because when you first become a believer, you have to take baby
Hmm.
steps. It's like baby steps, and
Yeah.
it
Well.
sounds like that person, or you didn't have
Mhm.
that type of person to guide you along.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, they say they show me verse on the Bible, but what they show me, everything, whatever God say, oh, like if you do this, you're gonna go hell, right?
Oh,
If
okay.
you
Yeah.
would do that, you're gonna go hell.
Mm.
So all the, like, like the Bible, it say bad, the God is bad, but they were just showing me that, I don't know how to explain, the bad things can
Yeah.
happen to me if I don't obey
You
God,
just,
right?
yeah. It was like, it sounds like it was manipulation. If you do this,
Yeah. So
then that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, to me, that sounds like a false doctrine type of thing. It,
yeah, so I was like, yeah, they say read the Bible and you're gonna you they give me the verse and they say, oh, here is, I would say that if you are like that, it's because you are doing this kind of sin, and so nothing helped, in that moment. I was so confused too. Sometimes a lot of nights I cry to God to help me, because for me it was very hard,
yeah. Yeah.
very hard go through that, and to don't understand what's happening to me, and to don't understand how I can get better. and
Yeah.
um and I see that I do everything whatever people say that God want me to do, because in that moment, I don't know too much about God. I don't really know God.
Mhm.
So in that moment, I didn't no, I didn't know how to ask God, to help me to understand or to
Mhm.
know what He wants from me.
Yeah.
So all I do is following what people think that God want me to do.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of nights that I cried to God, and asking for help, and to help me to understand. And it was a long process, because those kind of stuff lasts long, too many days that I was like that. And it's like I say, it go and come, those
Yeah.
spirits that come into me, and I and another thing that really affect me is because I was trying to do everything right, and I don't see any change in my life.
Yeah.
So I don't see those things like really go away. So I was asking God, what's wrong with me? What's wrong? What I'm doing wrong? What sin I'm doing that I don't see it, or I don't know that it keep me like that. And in that moment, I don't get answers. I don't get answers from God. I don't get answers from people that they have like years and years on knowing God, or in Christian.
Mhm.
I don't get answers. So it was hard. It take me long time. So and then after that, it's like I get better a little bit, because I start praying to God myself, reading the Bible, and this person, the first the couples that I told you, the ones that helped me first to
Mhm.
get free from the spirit of, actually the ones that God put to help me,
Mhm.
those people that used, he used those people, they were very how to say, wisdom people,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
right? That's a right word, wisdom, like a
Yeah.
knowledge people, you know,
They kind of
and
guided you in
and
the
they,
right direction. They kind
yeah, and
of,
they
yeah.
yeah, those people, they were really like God really was with them, in that moment. God used them a lot. So and they don't even speak Spanish, they just speak only English. They are from another country.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know how God do, but He helped me to understand a lot, with them. So this person that I will call grandma, she, every time that I feel really really bad, I call her, or I go to her house, and I ask her, it been happened this to me, and people in my church, because after the first day that they help me, they say, now just look for a church that you can go and that you can understand, in Spanish. And they even invite me to them church, but they said that it would be better for me if I go in a Spanish church.
Mhm.
So after that, I don't really was connecting with them.
Mhm.
But the times that I really really feel like I don't understand nothing, I go look for these people. And this person that I call grandma. uh every time that I go and ask her, I don't understand, I still been happen this to me. And people in my church say, do this and you're gonna be fine, or do that and you're gonna be fine. And then she, all the words that she always told me, and I always keep on my heart and remember. She always tell me to be still and wait. She said, just be still and wait on God. And then in that time I was like, it was hard to believe those words, because all I want is to know answers. I
Yeah.
really really want answers.
Yeah.
And I was looking for answers and to get better. So when someone come and tell you to be still and wait, it's very hard. It's
Yeah.
very hard because you are in that situation that you can wait. You can wait. And it was hard, like I said, because I don't hear nothing from God. I don't get answers. And time and time passed, and I was going through those stuff. And then through those times too, I had the blessing to feel the hug of God. One
Mhm.
of those times I really feel God hugging me, and trying to he made me feel that he was there.
Yeah.
And um and even with that, I was like, I want answers. I know God is there with me on the time, but I was like, I want answer. I need to get well because I don't get well. I
Yeah.
see God presence. I feel the Holy Spirit in me, and I see God. I really see God in my life, but I don't see that I was getting better, or I don't see I don't see God answers, in
Yeah.
that moment. So I was kind of confused, and those times, one part of myself, sometimes I say, no more, no more. I don't want to believe in God. I don't want to believe in Jesus Christ. I don't want to believe in nothing that have to be with God. And then sometimes I was like that, and then later on something coming to me and say like, no, like, no, you're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let you forget about me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's like he started remembering me again, like, he's there, he's real. And so time passed, and then after like I think after 2 years that I accept Christ in my life. um I was going through a hard time at work
Mhm.
where I used to work before. uh, I started having a hard time with my uh co-workers. They was doing like bullying to me there, or like picking on me too much. And it's like I have everything on those years. And then one day I couldn't handle no more. So
Mhm.
it was like too much, like trying to understand what was happening to me with those spirits and
Yeah.
those faithing.
Yeah.
And then I started leading with bullying at work. And then I was like I can't no more. No, I can't handle no more.
Yeah.
So one day at work, being at work, I went to the restroom, and then I tried to hurt myself.
Wow.
And then I tried to hurt myself. I tried to shock myself. And that time, well, until now, God have a purpose on me, and he don't let me. He don't let me down. And that day, so they called the ambulance.
Wow.
They take me.
So
in the ambulance to the hospital.
so you were doing something. You tried to commit suicide at work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
And like did you like fall out, or what did you try to do? Did you like try
I
to?
tried. I tried to shock
Oh, you
my
tried. Okay.
myself.
Oh, wow. And did you
Uh,
fall out? Did you
but
fall? Did
does that
somebody
work?
find you? Yeah, 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 yeah. Strangle, choke. Yeah. Did
Mm-hmm.
did you fall
Yeah,
out?
and then I take some pills too. You know, I take a lot of
Oh,
pills. Uh,
yeah. And
yeah, and
this was all at work? What?
yeah, I do on
Oh,
the letters on the restroom.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then and then yeah, in that moment, one lady that was a supervisor there, she come and then she find me. So she called everybody, and then they called the ambulance. So they took me to the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when I was at the hospital,
So the
and then
people,
I was
no, I was gonna say the people at work, it sounds like they made it worse. They made it
yeah,
worse by picking
yeah.
on you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now I understand that it wasn't them. You know, it's all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
little things that yeah, the things that we can see. You know, go
yeah.
through
The
people.
schedule.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that day they took me to the hospital, and then in the hospital when they will see my report and everything, you know, they say they cannot let me out from the hospital. The only way that I can go get out from the hospital is going to a psychiatric hospital first, and
Oh.
then after that I will be yeah. So I don't have another option than to accept it. You know, they
Yeah.
say you need help. You need to go to psychiatric hospital, and then they asked my sister because she was the one like emergency person that I have,
Yeah.
and yeah, she said yeah that time yeah she take care of my daughter because on that time I was single mom, so I don't have support from nobody than just my sister and my brother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and they helped me a lot. They helped me a lot. So and God really give them, you know, the strength to support all the things that it happened to me. And so yeah, so they take me to the psychiatric hospital for 5 days. I think I was there,
Mm-hmm.
and on that moment when I was inside the hospital, and on those time I already accept Jesus Christ. I just want to
Yeah.
make it that I was already Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I was already Christian, so but still it was hard for me. And yeah, when I was there in the psychiatric hospital, I see how people, you know, different people with different problems. They put me like in a separate, like I don't have a phone, I don't have contact with nobody. I have, I think, visit only like one time a week.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1 or 2 time a week. And then in that time I start like talking to God, you know, remembering and asking him that I don't want to be there because I was feeling like really bad too, you know, to be there alone. Like I really feel alone, like more than I was feeling when I was outside the hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like asking a lot, God, like, you know, I have my daughter, I don't want her to be there by herself, and know that her mom, you know, is not okay. So yeah, that in that moment, um, God showed me a lot that I wasn't really alone when I was outside. You know, even I have my life like upside down.
Yeah.
Uh, that He put people, you know, to support me. So yeah, after the 5 days, I get out the hospital because they do tests and exams on me, and they say, "Oh, everything okay," and they 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 see that they was sure that I would not hurt myself again, so
Yeah.
they let me out.
Yeah.
And then when I get out, I start looking again for God. I went to church. People come pray in my house. They come do Bible study on my house. And then those years, it was after that, it kept things, things keep going. Again, the how to say spirituality,
Sp- sp-
life,
yeah. Spiritual warfare. Yeah.
spiritual warfare come again in my life. It like come again, and then again, like what's happening. But and then in those moments, like with the time that passed already, I think God give me more strength,
Mhm.
that now more and more I can like handle a little bit more, but still I still was asking myself why, why,
Yeah.
and why these things, like, and all those time I was feeling that I'm the worst person in this world,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
better. And spirits come to me, and my people, my Christian people, all they do is judge me, and just look for sins that I have, so
Mhm.
they can say, if you don't change this,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be good.
So
And then
they were putting more burdens on you. They were telling you,
mhm,
you need to do this, and you're not doing this, and it was just making it worse. Now,
yeah,
did you go back to work after that when you came out of the hospital? Did you go back to work?
uh, no, no, for no, after I hurt myself, I didn't go back to that job anymore. I quit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I quit. And I was on disability, I think for a year.
Mhm.
And because I got a therapies, I even look like help for other ways too, like therapies. And yeah, and nothing helped me, and then yeah, it was hard because in that moment I don't understand why, I tried to follow God, I tried to read Bible, I tried to pray to God, and nothing, I tried to ask my as the church people, like, what I had to do, to get really free for all the things that happening to me. So after those time, I start like little by little, God start showing me, how to handle things, and he start being my guide, he start helping me, like it was just God and me,
Mhm.
people don't I don't really learn from people, all the things that I learn is just God, whatever God showed me,
Yeah, yeah. People can let you down
and
all
then
yeah, people can let you down all
yeah,
the time. You don't turn learn from people. I mean,
yeah, but
they let you
yeah,
down
in
all
those
the
moment,
time.
I don't know,
Yeah.
hmm yeah, so yeah, and then yeah, it was like so, say hard, and then when I start, and then I changed from one church to another church, because I was like, maybe this church, oh, because I start seeing like things that don't go well in the church. I start sharing to people that go to the church, say, oh, I see this kind of in that moment I don't know that they call visions,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I start seeing like visions from church, from people that they doing something that God don't like it,
Mhm.
but I never say like that. You say, oh, I see this, I don't know what's in me, and I need you guys help me to pray, because I don't know why I'm seeing things that I
Yeah,
don't want to see,
yeah,
it
yeah.
just
Yeah.
God show me, and I see things, and I feel like I need to share. So when I start sharing what God was showing me, or what God was revealing me,
Mhm.
the people from church, they start getting mad, and Instead, they help me to understand or to pray and see if that come from God.
Mm-hmm.
They start judging me, and they start like don't want me. Like they start saying like, you have to be careful. This is like something like like bad spirits in you telling you this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always, when I say something that God was showing me, they always say that this don't come from God right away. This is something that I'm getting confused, and now like, and then I start getting confused because I don't know. I It was hard for me to understand. And so after all those stuff, God start telling me and teaching me how to uh, how to see things.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I went for after I went to three different churches that I tried to get help. I decided to stop, to don't look for church anymore, to don't look for
Yeah.
sister and brothers,
Yeah.
Christian sister and brothers.
Yeah.
I stopped looking for them. And then in that moment, my sister support me a lot. She said, you know what? People don't help us, and zero help us. They are like pushing us more down. To It's
Yeah.
like they want us to don't believe in God.
Yeah.
So we was confused because we like, do they want us to believe in God or to don't believe in God?
Yeah.
Because when we try, they always like come and, this is not from God, this is no God, this is,
Yeah.
and then we try to stop to go into church.
Mm.
So, but we get apart from God. So even in the house, we start reading Bible, listening the worship songs, and praising to God, praying to God, and then just between us.
Mm.
And then that's when God starts teaching me a lot. how to how to hear His voice, to don't hear nobody else and just the God voice. And then He started showing me more and more His love to me, how to read the Bible. He started teaching me how, where what He want me to know from the Bible. He started teaching me like everything, everything that people should share or talk to me.
Yeah.
God started talking to me, and then I start listening to Him. I was understanding more and more, what's happening in my life.
Yeah.
And then what I can say, since that moment that I stopped looking from people, I found God, because, and then I just give the time to God, to let Him teach me, just Him and me, nobody else. And
Yeah.
I start reading the Bible. Everything start getting better, and then
More clear and clear.
uh,
So the more you read, things
more
got
clear and clear.
clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome, man.
yeah, yeah.
So where are you now as far as like that was from 2018 to, you know, a few years later, where are you now as far as are you going to a nice Bible teaching church or what's going on
Actually,
now?
no. I, actually,
Okay.
right now, I still don't go to any church, and
Okay.
but I do give my time when someone from any church come and say, "Hey, come visit our church." We are here, there. I go, because uh, for me, since God saved me, whatever it have to be with God, I go. Wherever God say, go here, I go, I do, I always put God first than anything in my life.
Yeah. But just be careful because
So
it seems like the experiences you've had with different churches, they've kind of led you in the wrong way or gave you bad advice or condemned you. So,
mhm.
just be careful. Unfortunately, the church has to be
Yeah,
that way. And I think this is probably
yeah,
the
well,
main reason why a lot of people don't want to go to church because of what you just
yeah,
described, unfortunately.
yeah. Well, now that God been teaching me a lot, I learned a lot of things. First, I learned that every process, everything that happen in our life is a process.
Mhm.
That's the way it have to be. Because when God is calling you, He have a purpose on you. So for you to really know Him, to really know who is Him, He have to do a process, so you can uh, really find Him. Not through people, no, no, through what people say. If no, just the only way that God knows, you gonna come and find Him. And even the things that in our life go really bad, or the process is really bad, all
Mhm.
those are process that is gonna help us to find God, to really know Him, to really see who it's Him, and to see the truth about Him
Mhm.
without nobody tell you, just you and Him. And it's gonna help you to have that connection very close, with God. And before, i I blame people, but now that I understand, I don't blame them, for
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they are, or for what they say, or for what they do, because all those things, it helped me to learn, and it helped me to be better person, and it helped me to really, really know God directly, to have that connection really close.
yeah.
And even it was very, like I say, it was not not fun at all. And even I got judged a lot. I was criticized a lot.
Criticize.
Um, yeah, criticize. Now I understand that all those things, it helped me, it helped me in my life, and it gave me a lot of blessings,
And it made
a
you
lot of blessings.
it made you stronger.
And
It,
it made me stronger,
it
yeah.
made you
and
stronger. Yeah.
yeah, and I see that on that moment, when you go through things, you might not get answer, because it's not the time for you to know the answers, because you're not going to understand the answers that God give you. And that moment, if God will answer to me and say, daughter, I'm doing this because later on you're going to have a good life, I will not believe it,
Yeah,
because I will say, I want it, I don't want later.
yeah,
So that's why things go like that. Sometimes we don't get answers, we don't hear God, because it's not the moment. It's not the moment that God want to talk, or God want to say answers. And I learned that, and I learned to be patient,
mm,
and wait for God,
mhm,
like grandma was saying. I learned to be still and wait on God. and
yeah,
um and if I will not happen all those process, I never will understand. I never will have that strange, and I will never have the patience. I will never, I don't know. It's just the way God work in our life.
yeah,
And now, after all those happen, now I God answered to me. And He showed me through my life, through all those times, that sometimes God just let the process go that way, because He wanna glorify Himself. And And sometimes it's not that you are sinning.
Mhm.
It's about how God wants to glorify himself, and how God is gonna take from the bad, the good, for people, to learn. And now I understand that whatever happened to me on that moment, it was not because I was doing something bad. Just like I always remember when I remember my process on the time. I remember this history on the Bible, that when he come and he cured one of those person that I think they couldn't walk
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
see. I don't know if you.
The blind man with the he was blind and Jesus put the mud, he spit it on him, put the mud in his eyes. Is that story? Is that the story
Uh,
you're talking about?
yeah, when someone asked him that they was asking Jesus what sin he do, or what sin his father or mother do for him to
Oh
be like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Did you
yeah,
remember?
yeah. I remember that story. It wasn't. And Jesus said neither.
Exactly.
It wasn't the sin of the parent. Yeah, I know what story you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I identify myself. When people was asking, oh, or was looking into my life, what sin I was doing,
Yeah,
why I was like that, like possessed, why I was like. And then now I got the answer from God, that he say nothing, nothing. It's just the way he want to glorify his name.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
the way he want um to be glorified,
Exactly. Yeah.
and
So now, do you still keep in touch with the grandma, the person that you call
it
grandma?
been not really. I think it been like maybe 1 year already that I haven't connect with her,
Okay.
because, well, sometimes life change.
Yeah.
God take us different ways,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I've been through more other process too, but now I hang my hand on God, and I let God guide me. Now it been difficult. I don't know. Do you remember that my little sister passed away like 4 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
having more process, and it's not done yet. It's not like, because now I know who's God, and now I'm with God, and I've been um reading Bible, or I've been more close to God. It's not like my life stopped
Mhm.
suffering. No, I've been still having hard time, but now I'm thanks that I really know God. I really know Him. I really have Him to teaching me and guide me. So now things, I think now I learn how to be still and wait
Yeah.
and let the process be. And just pray to God, and see what God want me to do. Yeah. So.
So let me ask you, um,
Mm-hmm.
words of encouragement for someone who went through what you went through, right? As far as um being demon possessed, or not even demon possessed, but somebody who's searching God, somebody who they're just down on their luck. They can't, especially right now, everything going on in this world right now. I like to say chaotic. Things are very chaotic right.
Uh,
What
yeah.
words, what encouragement words that you would give someone that's searching that,
Well, Bryce is like I said, to hard to hold on the word, to wait on God, but just to keep looking for Him. It don't matter if you don't get answer, if you don't hear Him, if you don't see Him. Just hang in there. Hang in there. uh, even just with a little bit of hope to keep on your heart that God is gonna do something that is gonna help you, and God is gonna be there. So I just will say to never stop to believe in God, never, even things get worse, or even things don't look like God is gonna be there or it's there. God will, it just everything have the time, you know everything have that time, but not from us, if not the time from God,
Mm.
and it's hard, but as long we keep that little bit hope in our heart that God is gonna do it, He will do it. Because I think all this time that's what it helped me to keep alive and to keep strong, to keep that little hope in my heart, because that's all we need, just a little bit of hope in our heart,
Yeah, yeah,
and God will be there. And the less you hear Him, the less you get answered, is the more that you're gonna know about Him. Is the more that you're gonna get close to Him. It's hard, like I say, for me it was years. It was not just from one day to another day.
yeah,
It take me years to understand. It take me years to get answers, and I understand that, yeah, it's very very hard to believe, when you are in a process like this.
yeah, yeah,
But when God put the eye on you, He's not gonna let you down. It don't matter if even we say, because when we are mad, or when we feel sad, or when we feel angry, or whatever, it's hard, to believe, and we can say, like too many times I say, I don't want nothing from Him. But once you put that little hope first, or you accept Jesus Christ in your heart, He never gonna go away from you.
yeah.
Even you reject Him later, or you don't wanna hear from Him, He's never gonna go away. He's never. When once
He'll
He
never leave
put the
you or
eye on you,
forsaken you.
He's
Yep. He'll never leave you or forsake
yeah.
you. Sure. Yeah, because we can say,
Mm-hmm.
we can get mad, we could be frustrated about just life stuff in general. And God already knows. He knows this stuff way before we do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly. And yeah, all I can say, just keep that little hope, that little, like His word say, that little ¿cómo se dice mostaza? Like do you know that I forgot the word. Well,
Uh,
just as long you keep that little, that little hope in your heart, God is gonna be
the
there.
faith as a mustard seed. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Faith as a mustard seed. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry for my English, but I'm trying my
No,
best,
no,
and
it's fine.
hopefully God touch the hearts and make people understand.
Yeah, no, no, it's great. It's
Yeah,
great. Well, thank you very much, Maribel, for
yeah,
coming on to For This Reason and sharing your powerful testimony. I'm sure people will be blessed to hear how God has worked in your life, and
yeah,
you know, wow, thanks,
yeah.
thanks
I
for
hope
coming
that, and
on.
thank you. No, thank you, and thank you for inviting me. And it is my pleasure, and I'm really happy to share my testimony about what God do to me. I hope somebody get help from this. I hope God have plans. I know maybe I was nervous, but I know God want to do something in somebody's life. So that's why
Yeah.
He used you to do this channel, and He's using
Well, thank
people
you. I
to give
appreciate it.
testimony, because yeah, that's how God work.
See,
He worked different ways.
you wasn't nervous after all. See, I told you. I
Yeah,
told you. She's like, oh,
you
I'm gonna
know.
be nervous. No,
Yeah, well, God
I'd
is
rather
amazing.
just
Like
share
you
your
were
heart.
saying, God will take control, and He do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I was saying earlier
Yeah.
when we started recording. I said, just share your heart, because
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
people,
well, like I say,
I
God knows why
always,
he's doing this, but this is what I share, so that the rest God will do,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
say my testimony. And
Okay, sorry about that, you guys. We had some technical difficulties. Hey, that's just part of it. So sorry about that.
yeah.
But again, Maribel, thank you again for coming on and sharing your testimony. And like I say, try to get this out possible tonight. I'm gonna work on it. Definitely edit out the interference. So
Yeah, it's okay.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you to you, and many many blessings, and I know God is using you so people can start knowing him too, and don't stop
well,
doing this. You
thank
keep
you. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of been going through some spiritual battle myself with all this doing this channel because people are sharing their testimonies, how they came to Christ, how they got delivered, especially from what you shared, being possessed and demonic spirits and people guiding you the wrong way. So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you put this on my heart to do, and you know,
Mhm.
I'm just
Yeah, yeah, do it wherever you feel. Do it because God talked in different ways,
uh,
and we never know how God wanna touch people the hearts,
yeah.
So just keep
'Cause
doing your channel.
everybody has a story, and
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just here to let people share their story,
Hmm.
so,
Yeah,
you know,
that's how we wanna start knowing the different ways that God work in everybody, and how
yeah,
God it is there, in different ways. He's there in different ways, in different manners. So yeah,
yeah.
don't stop doing this. Just keep
Thank you. Yeah.
sharing. Too many people gonna be blessing, and
Well,
God is gonna do a lot.
well, thanks for the
Hmm.
encouragement. Well, we definitely have to get your husband on.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
He's
got
the
to get
next
your
one.
husband on
We
next.
say already.
Maybe
Yeah, we say.
we have both of you guys on. Have both of you guys
Sure.
on.
Yeah.
So
Oh
next
yeah, we
time
will be
around.
so yeah, we will be so happy to be here again and to share.
Okay, there he
So
is.
that this is another story how it happened. That how God bring my husband.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
We are full of testimony from God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome, awesome. I love it.
God is been good to us. Yeah,
So
yeah. Thank you, Corey. Really, really,
yeah,
thank
for
you, and
sure.
may God bless you a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, I'll send. I'm gonna try to get this out tonight or this weekend, and I'll send you the link. You can check it
Okay.
out.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah.
uh,
Thank you. Thank you so
all right,
much.
you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
God
See
bless
you.
you.
Bye.
God bless
God
you.
bless.